Guys, it's Arlie. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be playing some Sims 4. We're going to be continuing my little university adventure. This time we're going to be playing through my sophomore year of college as a Sim. And you guys are going to see how that goes. With that out the way, let's get on with the video.
For my sophomore year, I decided that I really wanted a fresh start. So I actually went into the build a setting, whatever, and I gave the entire dorm a makeover. I made it very posh, very beautiful, very bougie. I added a kitchen, I changed everyone's rooms, I added decorations, I made a party area, there's a bar, there's a basketball court, a ping pong table, literally everything and anything you could ever want, I created it for my Sims. In addition to that, I gave all the roommates a makeover so that everybody would look amazing in my game. I wanted to have a bunch of diversity, a bunch of different people, different genders, everything. We are a beautiful community. My goal with my Sims sophomore year was to be very present in the social scene. I really didn't spend that much time making friends, building relationships, going to parties, and going to events. So I wanted to make that my focus. Here you can see me doing my homework while also getting to know my roommates. On my first day, I woke up feeling inspired, I was well rested, and I was happy. I did my first 2 classes, and then afterward, I planned a little study group thing at a nearby commons area on campus. It was really cool how I got to invite my little people and just really try to make some friends. As soon as I got there with everyone, I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna meet so many Sims, make so many friends, and then of course, Glitch the robot had to go kill the mood again because I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but he's always broken. So I called for a repairman, and the guy said he would be there in like 20 minutes. So I was like, okay, bet. So, I'm having this conversation with some other Sims, getting to know them, waiting for this repairman to show up. Meanwhile, in the corner of my eye, I see Glitch, still broken. And then the repairman's like, oh, there's nothing that needs to be fixed. And then Glitch walks away, acting perfectly fine, like he was never broken in the first place. I was like, this is some fake robot. But then as I passed by him to go upstairs, literally, this man sees my booty and he immediately breaks again. What is wrong with him? Anyway, I decided to continue my little study session. I got my friends over. We did our homework together. It was really cute. Look at us bonding, getting our grades up. And then Glitch comes back upstairs, practically begging me for attention, breaking again. So, I was nice and I decided to call the repairman again. Then the repairman finally showed up and I was like, oh my gosh, he sees the broken robot. Glitch is finally going to get the help he needs. And that's when I witnessed. I was like, there's no way this man just dislocated his arm right in front of me to fix Glitch. But then he did it again! And then Glitch walks away like, I did not sign up for this exorcism shit. But I don't know, I swear, Glitch is probably evil in some way because how was Glitch broken and then as he goes to get help, he breaks the damn repairman? Later in the day, I noticed that Willow Moore, or aka that girl in the pink shirt, she is my roommate in the game. She's like literally the one who sleeps in the bed next to mine. So I was like, oh my gosh, let me get to know her. Let me become her friend because I want us to be besties. So we sat at the table together. We had our little girl talk. We drank sodas, updated our Simstagram stories, and then we took a picture together. I looked through the filters, and then when I finally found one that suited us, I took more pictures, and it was so cute. When everyone left, I went downstairs to use the bathroom, and then I got a phone call from, my roommate, and she was like, hey girl, I locked myself out. So I was like, okay, let me go home now. And as I was on my way up, I realized that today was like the Spirit Squad party thing at the bar, and I was like, ooh, I'm about to be fake. But you know what? Let me invite her and then we'll just go together. We'll just all go out together and then it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I didn't open the door for her, but you know, we went to party together, so it's okay. The spirit night thing though, it ended up being kind of dry. Like, hey, I got to eat some fish and chips. I met new Sims. You know, I got to do the little school cheer. But at the end of the day, like, my sim was just really bored and she needed to go home. When I went home, I hung up the picture of me and my roommate together, and then I went to bed, and the next day was the Harvest Fest. I went to class, and then when I went back home, there were these weird gremlins that I had to appease, which I did, and then I was just really tense, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw a keg party because I don't care anymore. I really don't. When I built this house, I added stuff so that the Sims could get wild. You know, you had the little bubble station, you got 2 kegs, we had a juice pong table. So I mean, everything was set up right. Except whenever I try to play juice pong with anybody, my sim would just stand there looking pretty, but not doing anything. I tried talking to this guy, which was one of the Sims in my dorm that I gave a makeover to. I set up this team game of juice pong with me and him on one team and these 2 other girls on the other team. And you want to know what? He literally started, you know, playing with the girls like when I was in the shower. And as soon as I came back, they ended the game. And then he passes out on the floor. Like, wow, just my luck. And at that point, the party was about to end, and I was like, you know what? Let me just drink from the keg because it's a keg party and I haven't this whole night. And I couldn't even enjoy that. Because, of course, the freaking keg juice or whatever was trash by the time I got to it. So by the end of the night, my sim was in a bad mood, the house was trashed, but at least my roommate made this masterpiece. After sleeping for a few hours, my roommate and I, we go into this like boys dorm thing that's in our little residential area, and we just kind of did our homework together and we had a little chat, you know, a little bonding session because my girl was stressed. And from there, the day seemed pretty normal. I went to class. I did my little study date thing with Cyborg and that other cute guy. I distracted the lunch lady and added seasoning to the food because Lord knows they need it. I ate the food and was feeling really inspired, but I was also extremely tired. And yet I still managed to work on my presentation and attend 2 guest lectures that day, along with showing up to some weird pop-up spirit event that showed up out of nowhere. Literally, as soon as I got home, I went straight to bed because I was so tired. And then, out of nowhere, in the middle of the night, my roommate freezes to death. It's crazy to think I was literally talking to her the day before at the same exact time in the room just next to her. And this girl freezes to death on top of the house in pink sweatpants. Out of all the things that could have happened, like, what the heck? So then I go up to Death and I'm like, please, Death, please don't kill this girl. Like, she's, like, I know she was a little dumb, but she did not deserve this. Like, come on. What did she do? But then Death said, yee, and he just took her away. I put on my cold weather gear because I was just not playing that game. I did not want to be next on Death's wish list. I went back inside the house and I just ate some lobster, sadly. Meanwhile, my roommate couldn't even take her own death seriously and just went outside to play basketball. Like the whole gang is mourning over our lost roommate. Meanwhile, she's in the freaking dorm as a ghost, playing ping pong with Death. And as a side note, I did try to become friends with Death, and then I started flirting with him. But as soon as things got, like, serious with me flirting, he was like, bye, I'm way too good for you. But on a more serious note, my sim was so sad after losing her roommate. Like, she just ended up having this like painting session where she just kept making a bunch of like sad art. And then I also had her paint her roommate, which was really cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? I'm so sad. What are the chances of my roommate, the one who's literally sleeping next to me, she's the one that dies out of all of them? The next day while doing my homework, I get a call from this guy who's a total simp for me. But besides that, I kind of tried talking to the ghost version of her, but it just doesn't really help. Like, my girl is so sad from losing her roommate. She found herself pretty depressed. She couldn't really focus on her grades as much, and the only way to get out of that was through kind of taking care of her mental health. By doing things like running and sleeping more, she was able to get to a better state emotionally, but in terms of her grades, they definitely slipped. But you know what? To make her happy and to try to bring her grades up, I decided to get her to talk to this cute guy from the dorm. And in the end, I don't know what it is. She just found him extremely boring. She was so bored, she literally left him to go work on her final presentation. And I don't know why, but Travis Scott kept calling me. Like, he wanted me to go over to his house. If you guys wonder why I'm calling him a simp, it's because I keep rejecting him, but he keeps wanting to talk to me and like invite me places. Honestly, maybe next episode we gotta explore that. So I finished my final presentation. I also stayed after at the library to kind of join the study groups that were going on that night, and I stayed really late to the point where I was so tired I was literally passing out on the couch. So I was like, okay, let me just go home. Except when I got home, I ended up just drinking coffee desperately and trying to get work done because I had 2 term papers due that I hadn't even started yet, homework that had to be done, and it was the last day of class. So I shamefully went to the last day of class without having done any homework or any of my term papers. And, let's just say that didn't go that well. The classes I ended up doing good in were the ones where I had to do that final presentation and where I had to take a final, but the ones I did bad in were the ones with a term paper, and yikes, that D and that C. But whatever. I signed up for the next term and I decided to sign up for only 2 classes. That way, A, it's easier, and B, I can have like a junior year where I have 2 classes and a senior year where I have 2 classes. And that pretty much concludes my sophomore year.
So clearly, we got a lot done. A lot happened. Some of those Sims were problematic. I'm still shocked at how my freaking roommate died from the cold in sweatpants, but that's besides the point. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed that video and that you check out some other videos on my channel. Love yourselves, have a great day, and keep being inspired to do more and achieve more every day. Thanks for watching. Bye!